Hey guys, Lego back for another video for you guys. Of course, today we're doing one set that I think you guys are gonna like a lot. That's the reason why I got this set, but I'll tell you about why I got it. And it's the Lego DREAMZzz set. It is set number 714.99. It's Mateo's spray paint truck. Now 929 pieces, extra piece included, probably close to maybe 1,000 extra pieces included. I'm not quite sure, but here's like a big box you see here for this truck. And the back of it as well too, you can see here too. And you also have some instruction, you'll have, excuse me, not some instruction, but one instruction book for the whole truck here to put together, and the back of it as well too. And it's gonna be a great set. I think you guys are gonna like to see how this turns out. So let's take a look and show you the look of this set right now and talk about it afterwards. All right, so here's a look at the big paint truck you can see here. And before we start, we're gonna talk about the figures. Set my fingers on the way, guys. And we're gonna start the figures I think you guys are like to see, of course. This is Mateo. And please do note, guys, because I do want hand reviews, I'm not gonna take off this stuff and all to show their double-sided faces. But this is Mateo, and you can see he has that Batman-style cape that came out a couple years ago in a different color, in a different mold, which is kind of cool. This gun that he has too is like a blast, like slime gun, of course, which I think is pretty cool. I think these people are gonna maybe use this for some cool mocks. Of course, this little hood piece, which is unique in a way too. Here we also have Cooper, and this is a pretty unique figure too. I can see that he also has a double-sided face, like I said, guys. I'm not gonna take it off, but he also has a different side of he has a cool little shirt that's on there too. And I do like his little chainsaw like gun. That's pretty funny, and that's also unique in a way. Here we also have Mr. Oz, who is probably everyone that likes this character with these two guns that he has. He's more of a scientist in the show, and I like his face print, of course, that he has on him too. He's also, that new headpiece, of course, is used for, I think, from the one of the Lord of the Rings, of course, with different colors, but that's pretty cool. Here's one reason why people are gonna buy this is for Albert, not just for Albert, but we'll talk about afterwards why. Because he has the classic dark blue helmet and air tanks, which you're gonna use for Spaceman, which I think is gonna be different reasons why people are gonna go for this. He does have a little space on there. He also has like a motion stick face, but you know, it's pretty cool. We're gonna show him. Like I said, I'm not gonna be able to show him you're gonna this up on there, guys, but that's a different story than that. Also, we have this character here is called One. And she's a pretty neat little figure. I gotta say, I like her, you know. I like the little hair piece that she has too. And she's supposed to be a bad guy, which she has that blaster gun, of course, but pretty neat little robot little character. I think she's pretty unique in a way. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, most kids are gonna be drawn to this little girls, of course, too, because she looks pretty cool, and they're gonna probably use her outfit for something pretty cool, in a way. We also have, this character is also gonna be called D-Shock. And definitely can see him being used for some cool mocks, of course, too, with his torso and the face on there. And his pants, like a pop punk character. You can see he has a little his little torso showing in there. The mask is pretty cool, dark looking, kind of scary, but I can see people be using this for some cool little mocks, of course, this figure, which is unique in a way too. We also have these two guys, which are called, now the first one's called gonna be Cyberbrain Spider. Yeah, both of them are Cyberbrain Spiders. They're both the same kind, a pink one and a blue one. And you know, they're very creepy looking away. I can definitely see people using these brains for some cool little mock, of course, too, because the brains are pretty cool looking, but I don't know if I like them on myself, though, but, you know, these are pretty cool. And there's like a little thing that you can see, this looks like from when they did this Ninjago theme that had the, when they're trapped in a video game form, that's what it looks like right there. I can't remember what that was again, but that's kind of what that is supposed to resemble those and all. And here's a look at the truck you can see here, too, the big truck you have. And now this thing also falls off the top here, guys, too, this little piece here, so that's gonna be going on there like so for a minute here. There we go. I don't know why that thing is always refreshing and falls off, but here's a look at the truck you can see. There's these little blades here in the front you can see, and there's also there's a license plate too. Z-Blob, which is pretty unique. I could definitely see people using this as a regular spray paint can, of course, too, because it builds like that. You also see the little rocket thing, of course, on there too. You also, if you want to, you have a little bit of room to put a minifigure inside there, which is kind of unique, and we're trying to see if we can show you guys inside the truck, of course, too. It's a little hard too with the trucking like it is and all, but there you guys see, there you go. There's a look at the truck inside there. And that is unique for the truck overall. And also too, you can also see there's part of a spray paint thing on the horse and all. And there's also, this is like a little bit of rocket section. You can put this little Albert guy, of course, in here. So we're gonna put him in there like so. And he won't be able to fit in there really easily, but it's basically because he doesn't have really a way to sit on there. I do think that's kind of cute. These little green pieces, of course, like little, people are gonna call them like fart bubbles or whatever it all, but it's pretty unique and funny though, this is like that. But it's still pretty unique. Look at how this truck is being built though. Also you see here too, guys, is the other side of the truck too, is that part of the other hands The tires, of course, I like this too. I have been told this set does glow in the dark, of course, in a way, which I don't know if it will or not, but it's pretty cool. Here's this little gun, of course, too. I'm not gonna shoot this gun off, guys, because this gun does basically, these were here a little bit hard to put on, but here's like the details on the truck overall too. We see here the entire build of the truck. You see here's like the back of the truck as well too. Very unique looking little truck though and all, but you can see the truck does turn around. Of course, we're trying to make it get back around here for you guys. There we go. Because it's basically hard to do it all, but it's a very unique looking truck though. It's not as big as people think it is. And there's some little seating compartments, of course, too. Like I basically put Mr. Oz in there for you guys, but he might be able to go in there. Let me see if I can do it for you guys right now. So this will be first time for on a thing, guys, because normally I just add on here. So he does fit on there, like, so if you want to put him on there. And there he is, Racy. He's already shooting off his weapons and all, so he's going to be fighting off the characters. Mateo and Cooper, of course, I might put one of them in here, of course. Mateo with his hood piece, of course, I'm not going to put him in there because he may not be able to fit in there, but Cooper, I might put him in there. But definitely really cool looking truck that I think is really unique overall. So I definitely see people getting this truck for the main reason for the Albert characters in that little part right there, but still very cool. But there is the spray paint truck. All right, for there you guys saw close by the spray paint truck. This is a pretty cool truck, of course, I gotta say, and I will check to see if it glows out in the dark, of course. I think it does when it was the tires, of course, which is very unique in a way. This is a very unique truck. However, the big draw I can see why people are gonna go for this truck is because if you collect the classic spaceman like me, like I do, it's gonna be for Albert, who he's in the truck here, of course, too, and here's like an Albert, of course, you can see here, and there he is. And he has his little, basically, he has a dark blue torso on there. Sorry, guys, I had to get a good look for him. Of course, the camera is basically been walking, of course, morning here. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the main reason why people are going to go for the set in general. This for that figure. Many people are going to try to go for the stuff separately. But the truck is not bad, though. And that's why at first I was like, well, I might get the air tank and the thing separately, of course. But the truck is basically not bad of a truck. It's not bad, of course. It's not like a big building, of course, in a way, too. Now, there's another set that's coming out that's going to come with the light blue spaceman, the air tanks. It doesn't have the helmet, of course, so I'm not going to go for that set. It's an Italian, I think it's an Italian Riviera set. I could be wrong pronouncing that, guys. It's a city that's based, I think, in Venice, Italy. It's going to have a accessory as well for the other spaceman. But that's one reason why I can see people buying this set for the character, of course. The truck, it's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, of course, in a way. The figures are great, though, too, and of course, I like the bad guys that we have, too. These brain figures, of course, too. These guys, of course, too. I see people basically doing this for basically making mocks, of course, with the brain pieces, of course. The minifigure I showed you with her name was One. She's also pretty cute. She's right here, guys. I can see people basically doing some cool little stuff with her because she's a cute little minifigure, of course, for a bad guy. So it's an interesting little character. But yeah, this is a very unique looking set, though, in a way. And I know we don't go for these kind of sets. I have seen a TV show on Dreams, of course, in a way. And one thing that does surprise me about Dreams is they're kind of copying like what Marvel or DC would do. They're bringing in all their themes, of course, to merge into one to basically like a multiverse in a way. Like they had Ninjago do a cameo. I think they're going to do Chima. Some of the older themes they might try to bring back, of course, maybe for a cameo or two. Lego could try that. I don't know if they're going to, but it would be great because Dreams does basically focus like that aspect, and I thought it was pretty cool when they had Ninjago make a special appearance on this TV show. So if you've not seen it, I'll definitely try to I can try to link that in the comments, of course, for you guys, an episode, but I think it's like season 2 or 3 of Dreams, of course. They do a cameo appearance, and Ninjago does. But still, I think this is a pretty cool looking set overall, though, that has a little Easter egg with Albert with the spaceman stuff. So I can see people buying this set for that reason, of course, though. I don't think anyone else is going to go with this set for any other reasons. To me, I was the only one that went for it at my local Lego store. I didn't see anybody else buying it, but I don't mind. I mean, that's why I want to buy this set for you guys and review it for you guys. And to do that in general, normally some sets, if they have like the spaceman accessories, I'll basically will buy them on the secondary market, of course. If I'm lucky, if not, I won't go for them that way. But that's what I might try to do for you guys overall, in general. But like I said, this is an innate truck, though. I like the truck. It's not big of a build, of course. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger, but it's not. And it is pretty fun to build, of course. I was really impressed how it turned out. And I do like it, of course. The spray paint thing, of course, I can see people using this in a way to make a mock of a spray paint can, of course, in a way. It also does a 2-in-1 build, a 3-in-1 build, of course. There's 2-in-1 to build a spaceship. I didn't put the spaceship on there because this design I like more better, of course, in a way too. I'm not gonna piece this set out like for pieces, of course. I can see people doing that, but the truck is really cool. The one thing I do have a problem is though, if you pick up the truck, you gotta be really careful with the trailer though. The trailer does detach real easily, of course. The reason I didn't do it on there for the one guys is that because I wasn't quite sure how to show that to you guys. I know there's some small stickers are missing on here that I forgot to show you guys too. There are a little on the bottom part, but I was trying to be careful moving this truck around. That's why I said a close up, but I'm sorry my finger got in the way too, guys. I won't probably know you guys are going to say that when I was doing that, but it's really hard doing one-handed reviews, of course, with these sets. But I always like to try to make the really popular, of course. We haven't done a truck review since Lego truck, which if you guys haven't heard of that video, of course, that's been a lot of views as well too. And it's nice to do another semi truck that we've gotten from a different theme. And the Dreams theme, of course, I've been told is doing somewhat reasonably good. It's getting some fans into it, of course, in a way. And it's one of Lego's popular themes right now. Second, compared to Ninjago, of course, in a way. Nothing's ever replaced Ninjago. But Dreams is basically, I think, if they keep up the storyline they're doing, of course, with this set, of course, two other ones, we may get more cameos of other themes making in this. This truck is not bad, though. I don't know the whole purpose of this truck, though. It's like a, I mean, what it would do with the blades, of course, too, in the front here, of course, and also the blaster, the slime, of course, or paint. It seems kind of funny, though, in a way, but it is unique in a way, but it's a really cool looking truck, though. I like it for a lot of reasons. And that color scheme is really cool too. I like the color scheme, I'm gonna call it Christmassy color because red and green. But it's really neat though. But I will check to see if this does glow in the dark, of course, for you guys. And I might let you guys know about that. And also, guys, too, we are gonna do some more figure reviews of Spider-Man figures in September. So be looking out for those when they come out in September when I review those. And there's gonna be a line box series. The Game Boy set, I may or may not go for that. There's a life-size Game Boy that looks realistic compared to the other one. I'll maybe go for that, of course. I'm not sure. So I'll be letting you guys know if I decide to go for that or not as well. And then we're gonna take a small break until whatever, until October, which I think my birthday or not. Christmas, of course, too. I have to wait and see. But those are long ways still away, but that's when we'll do another break, of course, until then, of course. But anyway, guys, hope you guys are enjoying this video. All right, guys, this is the last time we're doing another video for a while. I'm trying to do a break until September. But I will try to do some more reviews for you guys when you guys want me to. And don't forget to like and subscribe on the channel as always. And leave a comment if you want to leave a comment if you like. If not, you can always leave a like on the video. If you like it, you can always dislike the video if you don't like what I do. But I try to put out best content I can for you guys. I am currently trying to work on some way putting out the thumbnails on YouTube as well too. I like how when YouTube uploads the videos for me, the AI does a certain upload of a certain thumbnail, which is pretty cool. So, but I try to make the videos more appropriate for everyone, of course, with kids, of course, too, and all ages, because I want to basically be a good content creator for you guys and try to learn on that too. So, and who knows, I may have an interview with if I ever get a chance to one day, talk with some people who are content creators that do Lego reviews, of course, too, working on how I can improve on more videos for you guys, because I want to keep this channel up and running for a long time. This is a side hobby, but it's what I like to do for you guys. All right, guys. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys have this truck? If not, if you wanted to comment about that, if not, I understand. But will you be picking this truck to the Albert set, or will you be just finding a way to pick up the space accessory separately? But let me know in the comments. All right, though, guys. Well, thank you for watching today. Hope you guys have the rest of your day today on this Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.